Good evening, everybody. I am Amy Cotter. I am the lead school programs educator here at the Mount Washington Observatory. I'm coming to you live from the summit of Mount Washington tonight to tell you a little bit about what's in store this coming holiday weekend. But before we get started with that, I wanted to introduce this shift's new fall summit intern, Andrew Sullivan. So welcome to the summit, Andrew. What's it been like so far?
It's been pretty good. I've only been up here for a couple of days, but getting used to the environment pretty quickly. Everyone here is really nice and welcoming, and it's just been overall a good experience. And I'm looking forward to the rest of my internship.
Awesome. Well, we are so excited to have Andrew up here this fall. And thank you for stepping on and introducing yourself, Andrew.
Of course.
So before we get started with the forecast, I am going to give you the current summit conditions up here on the summit of Mount Washington. So right now on the summit of Mount Washington, we are seeing a wind speed of around 24 miles per hour. So that's pretty low. We've had a uniquely calm day up here on the summit today and yesterday. Our annual average wind speed is around 35 miles per hour, so we're a bit lower than that, but we are entering the fall season, so as we move forward into September, we can expect to see that figure get quite a bit consistently higher. Our temperature up here on the summit of Mount Washington tonight is 49 degrees. So 49 degrees is a pretty mild temperature up here on the summit. However, we will be seeing, as you will learn, a cold front pass through this weekend that may drop those temperatures quite a bit. But our visibility today up on the summit of Mount Washington, despite being pretty calm winds and also regular temperatures, a unique measurement up here on the summit today is our visibility. So our visibility bar right here tells us how far we can see out from the summit of Mount Washington, and this value right here says 80 miles. So we can see 80 miles off the summit of Mount Washington tonight, which is a really uniquely clear day, especially during the summertime. But as that crisper, drier fall air starts to come in, settle in for more regular seasonal patterns, we're going to see some lower relative humidity. Our relative humidity today up here on the summit is around 36%. So it is a bit of a drier, clearer day up here on the summit of Mount Washington, which is pretty unique for this time of year. But let's jump into how these conditions are expected to change this coming holiday weekend. So let's take a look first at this surface analysis chart right here. This surface analysis chart is giving us a general idea of what kind of systems we will see passing through our region of the country this weekend. So right now you can see this big blue H right here. We are sitting near a region of widespread high pressure. So that high pressure is what has brought this beautiful clear weather that we've been seeing up on the summit of Mount Washington the past couple of days. However, you can notice a couple features to the west of our region, including both a warm front and a cold front. So we have this preceding warm front right here, which is this red line with red half circles. And that warm front is going to bring quite a bit of moisture with it as it moves east towards New England. So we can see that warm front creeping forward as we enter into Saturday and Sunday. And with that, we are going to see increased rainfall due to atmospheric instability, so some convective rain showers. We're also going to see some thunderstorms along with that instability this weekend. So you can see now that that cold front is passing through following that warm front, and that cold front will maintain that instability throughout the day on Sunday, giving us an even greater likelihood of thunderstorms, potentially severe, on Sunday. And behind that front, we'll see some cold air advection as high pressure builds over the Great Lakes going into next week. So we'll see some drier, colder air being filtered in from our northwest following the passage of that cold front, which will bring particularly cooler temperatures up here on the summit of Mount Washington starting at the beginning of next week. But speaking of those temperatures, let's take a look at this future radar map that represents temperature across the United States. So right now, it's got this yellow color. It makes it a little bit hard to see the state's borders. But as we move forward through the weekend, you'll start to see that darker green and eventually that blue sinking down south from that colder Arctic area up north. And you can see that as we move into even as early as Monday, that blue color, which represents below freezing temperatures, is going to start to dip down south enough to expectedly bring lower temperatures here at the higher summits of New Hampshire. So potentially below freezing temperatures coming next week. So fall temperatures have definitely reached or will reach the summit this weekend. So be prepared for that as you prepare for your Labor Day weekend. But in terms of instability, we can take a look at this map right here. So this map right here shows us regions of atmospheric instability across the United States right here. So the warmer the color, the red or orange or yellow, we see higher regions of instability. The blue still represents instability, however, it's a little bit lower. So let's move forward a little bit in this forecast map. So you can see that blue creeping up, that unstable region creeping up into New England. And as we go into Sunday, we are going to see quite a bit of instability in our region, which is going to see that day, Sunday is going to see our highest likelihood of thunderstorms up here on the summit of Mount Washington and also in the White Mountains in general. So as I've said, we're going to see a warm front and additionally a cold front bringing quite a bit of instability to our region this weekend, heightening some winds up here on the summit of Mount Washington. But in terms of specific values, let's take a look at our higher summits weather outlook. So Friday night is looking like we're going to be in the clear under mostly clear skies, becoming increasingly cloudy late. Temperatures are going to be sitting in the upper 40s with winds coming out of the southwest at 15 to 30 miles per hour. They'll be increasing to 25 to 40 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. Wind chill is going to be falling to 30 to 40 above. Into Saturday, we're going to see much cloudier conditions. We're going to be mostly in the clouds up here on the summit under mostly cloudy skies. There will be a chance of rain showers, and then rain showers likely by the afternoon, in addition to a chance of thunderstorms in the afternoon. Our temperatures are going to be a little bit higher on Saturday in the lower 50s, with winds southwest at 25 to 40 miles per hour, increasing to 35 to 50 miles per hour, with gusts up to 65 miles per hour. Moving into Saturday night, we're going to be in the clouds with rain showers likely and a continued chance of thunderstorms. Our temperatures are going to be still sitting in those lower 50s with winds out of the southwest at 25 to 40 miles per hour, increasing to 35 to 50 miles per hour with gusts up to 65 miles per hour. So those elevated winds are going to come from the passage of that cold front starting around Saturday night. But let's move into Sunday now. Up here on the summit, we are going to be in and out of the clouds under partly sunny skies with a chance of rain showers. So those rain showers may persist throughout the day on Sunday, but perhaps less severe given that cold front has already passed. However, there will still be a chance of thunderstorms, particularly in the afternoon. Some of these thunderstorms may become severe, producing damaging winds, hail, and heavy rain. And that is because of that instability in the atmosphere that could potentially bring severe storms to the White Mountains of New Hampshire this coming weekend. Temperatures will again be in the lower 50s with winds southwest shifting west at 40 to 55 miles per hour with gusts up to 70 miles per hour. Higher gusts will be possible with thunderstorm activity. So again, we'll see those consistently elevated winds following that cold front. But thank you for joining me tonight from the summit of Mount Washington. I'll show you guys the very last beautiful sunset we will have on the summit of Mount Washington tonight. So as you can see, this camera is looking out to the observation deck off of the weather tower here at the summit of Mount Washington. You can see that there's that really clear visibility I was talking about, pretty mild winds out there right now. That one of those last cog engines heading down for the night. But as we enter into this weekend with that increased instability, we likely won't catch another evening like this until at least later next week. But thank you so much for joining me up on the summit of Mount Washington tonight. I hope you all enjoy your Labor Day weekend as safely as you can, especially if you are recreating in the White Mountains. Up here in the higher summits of New Hampshire, we are going to be seeing rainfall, thunderstorms, and even those milder temperatures will feel much colder on your exposed skin with those elevated winds that cold front is going to bring. So definitely come prepared if you are planning to recreate in the White Mountains this weekend. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend, everybody.